right. Hello. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing well. How are
We're okay.
you?
Good. I'm glad to see you guys back.
Thank
Hmm.
you.
How have things been going with you guys?
Okay.
It's been going all right.
Well, that sounded believable.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, I'm going to have you sign the confidentiality form
Okay.
just so that you guys understand and know that nothing leaves here. Everything is between us. Everything will be kept confidential.
Okay.
All right. So, with that, okay, what's going on?
Well, we've been having some issues with his mother
Hmm.
lately. Um, so
You have been having
yeah,
issues.
so I have been having some issues with your mother lately. She has a she has a heightened expectation of how our children should behave. So
Mm-hmm.
you know that our children are really small. They're three
Right.
and a half and 1.5, and they behave like their age. And she just has this expectation of perfection. And when we go to their house, I feel a lot of anxiety because she's always unnecessarily getting after them for
Mm-hmm.
things. And then because she kind of imposes that atmosphere, I feel the need to also unnecessarily get after my own children. And I feel like a jerk by the end of the time that we stay there. Like, I just got after my kids for just being themselves the whole time we were there. And so, honestly, I just don't even want to take our kids to your mom's house anymore.
Wow. So I could see how that could be very, very stressful on you as a mother. What do you think? How's that sound to you?
Uh, yeah, she is a little overbearing with the kids, and she's very particular about how the house is to be maintained.
Very.
But I don't see that as like it doesn't affect me at
Okay.
all. Like if she wants to behave that way with them, that's fine. It doesn't change my behavior towards them. I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine.
Do you think maybe you're more comfortable because that's, your mother and whom you grew up with?
Yes, that makes sense. That absolutely does.
Okay. And so with your wife having this issue right now, is it, can we be on the same page that maybe she doesn't feel that same type of ease that you feel because it's her mother-in-law and maybe she feels more anxiety about tending to the kids?
I I can agree with that. I can totally agree with that.
Uh-huh.
Um, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay that way. You can adjust. You can start to
Well,
relax a
I
little bit.
know, but we are in someone else's home for one, so it's your mother's home, and there's certain expectations when you go to someone else's home. And I understand that it might not change things for you, number one, because it just things don't bother you in the same way that they bother me. Um, and one of the things that I'm worried about is that your mom is pushing our kids away. So right now they're so little, and they can't choose when they go to grandma and grandpa's house or not. They just are along for the ride. But when they get older, I'm just worried that her attitude toward them is going to push them away. Like, they're not even going to want to go see grandma and grandpa when we go visit them. And so when they're teenagers, they'll just dismiss your mom, and that's just going to cause problems for the rest of their life because that's their grandmother. Like, that is their grandmother for the rest of their life or her life. And that would just be really disappointing for us and for them if this continues. And it builds resentment. Like, it's building resentment in me. It will eventually build resentment in our children. And you know that your siblings have issues with your mom too, the same type of issues. Your sister deals with the same issues with her kids. You know about it. She's talked to us about it. It's an issue. Not just me. I'm not the only one that feels this way.
No, you're not.
So, okay, first I want to say awesome how you guys communicate with each other. I love that there is just this open and respectful thing that you guys have going on between each other. And so, with the way she's feeling right now, do you feel because she's come to a point where she doesn't even want to bring the kids. Is there something that can be done? Because I know how you handle it, but how could it be that she could handle it where you guys come to a meeting place that is there anything you could do, being that it's your mother? Is there, what do you think would help from
Well,
your perspective? What do you think would help in this situation with your mother?
so the only thing that comes to mind is I am able to talk with my mom very like
Okay.
openly, um, and I could absolutely address this with her
Mm-hmm.
beforehand,
Okay.
and in doing so, make her aware that as much as we're able to tell her, you know, about our reservations of having the kids there because of the way she is overbearing with them and how that actually is a worry for you for the future.
Mm.
So I can talk to her about that. I have no problem talking to her about that.
Awesome. Awesome. How do you feel about him talking to her about that? Do you feel that that will make a difference?
It would make bigger difference if you talk to her rather than me because I'm her daughter-in-law and I know that she loves me. I know she loves our children. I know she cares about us very much. But it's different because I'm married in, but I'm still like that outsider. I'm still the daughter-in-law. There's still like not not competition or anything per se, but there it's not the same type of relationship. Like you're her son. You guys have you guys have that conversation. There's still, that little bit of uncomfortableness between your mom and I. And then also because she's not my mom, I don't have this same amount of like grace and patience for her that you do. And I also don't want to come to the point where I say something that damages our relationship. Like in the moment when she's getting after our kids and then I just, I snap. I don't I'm just trying to be forward thinking. I don't want to damage the relationship and I don't want to just leave things unsaid because that does damage. So
Yes.
I think that if you talk to her, that definitely she would at least listen to you. If she's going to listen to anybody, she'd listen to you.
I mean, do I talk to her about your worries about our kids resenting her growing up? Because that's a pretty,
That is very heavy.
yeah,
That is very heavy. Or do you just want him to talk to her about maybe pulling back and relieving you of some of that anxiety? Maybe just pulling back with the boys and just letting the boys be boys, in the
Hmm.
sense of like letting them play, letting they're going to get into things,
Yeah.
and letting you mother them.
Yeah. She tries to overparent on top of our parenting. And she doesn't just do it to me. She does it to you
oh
as
yeah.
well. And you've commented how, that bothers you in the moment. So
Hmm.
I'm not saying we need to sit down and like have an intervention with her and lay all of this out
Right.
and just crush her. But maybe the next time it occurs, you could pull her aside because it you're talking to her about something that actually just happened.
Hmm.
So it's not like you're coming to her and she's like, "Oh, you're crazy. What are you talking
Building this
about?"
case against you.
Yeah, here's the thing that just happened. Mom, maybe don't do that again in the future.
Hmm.
But just, having that conversation with her like, you know, in the moment might be better. So I know that I'm kind of overreacting, and it's not realistic to say that we're never going to take his kids to his parents' house again because of his mom. I'm just saying that's the way I feel. I
Right.
feel like I don't
Right.
even want to go there.
And it sounds like he respects your feelings,
Yeah.
and so I think that is great, just how supportive he is of how you're feeling and how he's looking to come up with the solution. And I just love how you understand that he's doing his best to help with this situation right now
Hmm.
that you've brought up. So, okay, just so we can summarize. So mom, mother-in-law is being overbearing with the kids,
Yeah.
and we just need that to be addressed, toned down, so it would take less stress off of you when
Hmm.
you guys visit her. And we have come up with the game plan. So
Hmm.
you're going to talk to mom and
Hmm.
you're going to let her know that, she just has to kind of relax and relieve some of the stress that you guys as parents are feeling when you bring the kids around,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
And so is there a time period in which we could think that you would talk to her?
Well, we're scheduled to go up there in June,
Yeah. I don't
right?
know if we'll see them before then, but the next time that we at least plan to go to their house is in June.
Okay.
So I could,
So,
so it would be a phone conversation before then
Okay,
because we
so
don't want to.
sometime before June, we want to
Hmm.
get it cleared out
Yeah.
and taken care of.
Hmm.
okay.
Okay, so then that is the game plan for now. And then I would like to see you guys back after June
Okay.
and see how everything went, see if things got better, if they got progressively better. Does that
Okay.
sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm so glad that you guys came in today and we
Thank
got this
you.
all figured out for now, and we
Mhm.
will just see how things go from here.
All right. Thank you for your
All
help.
right,
Yes,
awesome.
thanks.